Hello and welcome to Two Cat Gaming's Top 10 Educational Video Games.
At number 10, Minecraft. Minecraft is a sandbox game that also includes a survival mode, a creative mode, an adventure mode, and a hardcore mode. Survival and hardcore mode are the reason we consider this to be an educational game. In these modes, you have to gather resources, solve puzzles, build shelter, and keep your character alive. This game really taps into creativity, making it great for all ages.
At number 9 is Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet is a puzzle platform video game that follows the series' protagonist, Sackboy. This is a great game for kids because it helps them develop creative problem-solving skills. Not only does it help them solve problems, but kids can also create their own levels, teaching them to create puzzles as well.
At number 8 is Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail seems to be a game that everyone has played in school since computers have been available. We always had a ton of fun playing, and we never really noticed that we were learning about history, survival, and definitely some problem solving. This game has been around since the 70s, and kids are still playing it today.
At number 7 is Spore. Spore is a real-time strategy game that allows the player to develop a species from a single-celled organism all the way up to space exploration. You start out as a cell, surviving alongside other organisms. You get to choose if you want your cell to be a herbivore or carnivore, which influences the way your creature will look in the creature stage. If your hungry creature makes it through this stage, its brain develops and you begin the tribal stage. During this stage, you begin to control a group rather than a single creature. The main goals for the tribal stage are hunting and gathering food, and defeating or allying with other tribes. This stage and the following two are where the game gets a little more complex. The civilization stage starts you with a single nation with one city, and the goal is to gain control of the entire world. After conquering the world, you'll be able to move into the space stage. Similar to the civilization stage, the space stage has a bunch of civilizations which you can develop relationships with. One of the main goals of the space stage is to work your way towards the giant black hole where you'll meet the Groks, this game's final antagonists. This game is great for teaching kids about evolution and biology. The evolution aspect isn't accurate enough to completely teach kids, but it'll help them understand the concept.
At number 6 is Civilization V. Civilization V is a turn-based strategy game where you lead a civilization from prehistoric times all the way into the future. This game is a great history lesson. You start as a primitive settlement that is very small, and you have to grow your settlement and develop technologies, all while keeping your village safe. This game is very in-depth, very strategic, and great for a fun history lesson.
And number 5 is Smarty Pants. Smarty Pants is a trivia game that adjusts its difficulty depending on the player's age. This game has trivia from 8 categories: people and places, sports, science, games, fashion, entertainment, art, and books. Not all of the categories are educational, but this game does offer several that can benefit the brain. This game is great because it's not just for kids, it's trivia fun for everyone.
At number 4 is Scribblenauts. Scribblenauts is a puzzle action video game where you play as Maxwell, who is on a quest to collect starites. This side-scrolling Nintendo DS game is entirely made up of puzzle levels. To solve these puzzles, you must write in an object. This object will appear and you will be able to use it to hopefully solve the puzzle. Some puzzles require multiple objects. This game is great for developing problem-solving skills, logic, and creativity, but it's also a ton of fun.
And number 3 is Portal 2. Portal 2 is a first-person puzzle platform video game that utilizes physics puzzles. This game starts shortly after the end of Portal 1, and your mission from GLaDOS is to find the enemy in the facility. The enemy happens to be the bird that carried her off when she turned into a potato. This is a great game for developing puzzle-solving skills. Math and science teachers have been using Portal in their classrooms, which started the STEAM for Schools initiative. STEAM for Schools allows educators to acquire Portal 2 and the Puzzle Maker for free to use in the classroom.
At number 2 is Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? The Carmen Sandiego games were some of my favorite when I was very young. There is a wide variety of these games, from word adventures to math to the most common, which is history and geography. In the Carmen Sandiego games, the goal is to hunt down that thieving Carmen and her henchmen, and in doing so, learning about geography, history, problem solving, and chances are you won't notice that you're learning too. These are some classic games, and just last year a new one came out.
And number 1 for 2Cat Gaming's top 10 educational video games is SimCity EDU. SimCity EDU is very similar to regular SimCity, but has been further developed to meet classroom science, technology, engineering, and mathematics requirements. This game teaches students to build cities while learning about socio-economic development, environmental management, and urban planning. They will also learn about how certain actions and decisions can affect a larger system.